Hello everybody and welcome back to Farm Sim 25 and welcome back to our New Frontier Survival Challenge. My name is Spartan Elite 43 and tonight it's time we get to work on our fields. You guys know in the last episode we went ahead and we planted the fields. Got all that beautiful corn going and I've already loaded up Big Red over here to go down and we got to fertilize. So we should be able to get into the field without destroying it. Just due to the fact that like it's first growth stage, so should be fine. So we're just gonna get out there. We're gonna go ahead and fertilize our two fields, starting with the big field first. We have AI helping us out by weeding the smaller field. So hopefully we can knock out this field in about the time it takes them to weed that field. And then once we get through with this, we will be headed forward to sell next month. Remember, June is the month that we sell off our furniture and sell off our soybeans from last year. So we should have a nice profit coming in next month. And that's going to lead us to something new. We are going to be checking out one of the most promising mods for those of us who have been waiting for something to replace the tree begun from Farm Sim 22. So we'll go over that in a moment. Alright, without further ado, let's get this party started, shall we? Now, it shouldn't take us very long to fertilize. You guys know the deal. 48 meter working with? Something like that. Oh, wait. Almost forgot 42 meter working with. There we go. Alright, let's go. Now, it doesn't usually take as much fertilizer as it does, like lime, so shouldn't have to go back and refill today, hopefully. But even if we do, it doesn't take that long. But yeah, there's a new mod that I've seen in the thing and we've tested. I've been testing a lot of mods for getting rid of trees. Shocker. It's almost like I'm on a map that is like completely inundated with trees because I chose the forestry version of the map, and now I need to get rid of a bunch of trees so that I can make fields and not spend all day doing it. Now, don't get me wrong, I've enjoyed the series up to this point, but we really want to start ramping up the field production, right? We want to start getting those massive fields. We've already been talking about buying a new tractor. It's kind of split between the Big Bud and the Steiger, so it looks like it's going to be one of those situations where it kind of comes down to what I end up going with. But we'll see how that goes later today, if we go that route. Or we might have to wait until next year for the big tractor expansion and pick up the new, log stump grinder, whatchamacallit. So, like I said, any of us who played Farm Sim 22, and maybe it was around before that, but Farm Sim 22 was my first experience with Farm Sim. So, there was a mod called the Tree Begun, and I've been waiting for a mod similar to that that has actually worked, and so far nothing has worked. Everything that has been introduced into the game works a little bit, but not great, and it doesn't work all the time. This new mod has promise. Now, it does come with its flaws. We'll go over that in a minute. But the mod that I'm talking about, I'll show you as we get lined up for the next pass here. Looks like we should be good. All right, let's go into the store. I'll show you the mod. So, if we go down to the Forestry Mulcher section, right here, you'll notice that this mod let's see, the gadget right here. The print-off Raptor Pack mod, specifically the M60 The Gadget, is the mod that you want to remove trees. This one sucks. It's way too heavy for no reason, requires a lot of horsepower, and I haven't found a tractor that can pick it up without having a stupid amount of weight on the back. This mod here works sometimes, and sometimes it doesn't. This mod seems to be working every time. So that is the mod that I'm going to be looking at potentially going. Now, it does come with a caveat, and we'll talk about that in a minute. I just knew I was getting close to the end of the field. Oops. So I want to get back in line here. So as I was saying, this mod does come with a caveat. It can only be used on this particular tractor. It does have a 3-point hitch, but that 3-point hitch doesn't seem to work on anything else. So that's the unfortunate side of it. But it's fine. And we have to buy that tractor specifically to grind stumps and trees and get rid of them. I'm okay with doing it. The other downside of that is that particular tractor, honestly, does not sound very good. Which is a big deal to me, because, like, I feel like if you're going through all that trouble, like, at least make the sounds sound tractory. And instead, what we end up with is a little bit of an, unfortunate situation for the sounds, but again, it is what it is. I'm just happy to be able to have something that does the job that I'm looking for. And I think we finally found that something. But, yeah. Let me know what you guys think. Have you guys also been looking for it? I'm probably going to make that a standalone video in and of its own. I've tested a lot of different stuff. And like I said, I've tried the Tree Devourer mod. It's great if you want the wood chips from the trees that you're cutting down. But for just straight up, like, getting rid of all the trees quickly, I feel like it's a bit of underwhelming. Like, you gotta hit the stump just right to get the tree to fall over, and then you gotta grind up the stump. Sometimes it pops the tree out of existence. Sometimes it's gotta grind the entire tree into little pieces. It's not ideal. I'm looking for something from the tree begone style of trees. Like, just yeeting trees that I don't want around. And, yeah. I think we finally got something that will work in that capacity. So I'm pretty happy with that. But for now, we got just all the fertilizing to do. And like I said, we got the AI over there, our little farm hand, working on the field, making sure that they've got all the weeds out of the other field. But tell me this corn don't look good. Obviously, there's some hail damage. We knew that was going to be a thing. But look at this corn, man. Looks good, doesn't it? Now, I just started doing corn on the series with Jess as well. I think we planted 88.8 acres of corn on Jess's and I's farm, and we had a lot bigger equipment to do it. Here, I did all of this the old-fashioned way, and we've planted probably somewhere in the neighborhood of, if I had to guess, I'm going to call it about 30 acres. 30 acres of corn. Seems about right. We'll have to check when we go to harvest it all how much we actually end up harvesting between the two fields. But I'm pretty sure it's going to be about 30 acres. Actually, come to think of it, I think just by working the field right now, we should be able to get an idea of like how many acres the two fields are. Because you can track that in the stats, I believe. Also, it does look like we are going to end up having to fill up with fertilizer before we get to the other field. Maybe I'm wrong, but we've already used about 50% of the fertilizer. Now, we don't have much of this field left. We've already done over half the field. But I know this is our bigger field, but I'm hoping I can get through the other field without filling up. That's my hope. I hope I can do both fields without filling up the fertilizer spreader. And then we'll be good to go. The reason we don't have to weed this field is because we plowed this field. Anytime you plow the field, you don't get weeds for the next year, which is nice. But, yeah, it looks like we're going to have one more pass after this one to finish this field. And we will be over there to get in the AI's way. Hopefully the AI will be done by then. I did start him a little bit early so that he had a head start, because I know that we have such a wide working width that we would finish this field in no time flat, and we would be ready to argue with him about who's got right away. But I'm glad you guys are joining me. Hopefully you guys are enjoying the series still. Also, thank you to everybody who's been dropping by my American Truck Series streamed series as well. It's been a lot of fun. We've been having fun over there. Just started out and restarted our playthrough over there. And we bought us a brand new Peterbilt yesterday. A little Peterbilt Day Cab 389. Looking mighty fine. And we got some interesting loads yesterday, I ain't gonna lie. So if you guys are interested in American Truck Sim, maybe head over and check out my my latest series. I might go ahead and start separating the new series from the previous in terms of playlist. But I haven't really decided yet. Probably ought to. That would make sense. If you guys are like me, you guys hate going to a YouTuber's channel and then having, like, playlists be all out of whack. Like, I hate that. I hate, because I like to watch playlists. Like, I like to join a channel, look at the playlist, find a playlist I want to watch, and then just be able to click on it, episode 1, and then just watch it all the way through. Binge watching, right? Usually falling asleep in the process and then ending up having to restart multiple times. So the YouTubers should be very proud of me. But, no. Yeah, that's something that I've had. So this field should be good to go. Oh, God. We're going to crash. We're going to crash into a tree. Hurry up. Okay, we're good. But yeah, this field should be good. You can see it's all fertilized beautifully. The other field is almost done weeding, so we timed that perfectly. I'm getting good at this whole, you know, getting stuff done at the right times and stuff. Because now he's going to be out my way. I'm going to be able to come in here and just knock out this field no time flat. Ooh, nice. It already's here. We're doing just fine then. Okay. Well, might as well get the party started. He'll end here and I'm starting here. So we should stay out of each other's way. You can see him at the top of the field coming around. So he's on the last headlands right now. And then we'll get through this no problem. But I like using the weeder because we don't have to pay for it anymore. We made one pay, bought the weeder. We don't have to pay for a weeder no more. We don't have to buy herbicide or nothing like that. No extra chemicals. Just straight up. As long as you get the weeds in the first month after growth, you're good. If you let it go, then you're going to have to get herbicide. We don't want that. Nobody wants extra chemicals in their food, okay? That's just the way it goes. Well, some people do, but if you know anything about being healthy, which, let's be honest, I don't really, but if you do, you just know that the less ingredients in your food, the better. You're not done, buddy. Yeah, as I say, you better be turning around down there. He's Austin Powers in his turn. We're going to run into him anyway, aren't we? Definitely feels like we might run into him. Yeah, you can see he struggles with those that like line around those trees, which just goes right back to what I was talking about with getting the right tree begone like style mulcher to get rid of the trees quickly. And yeah, it looks like we are probably going to run out of fertilizer and have to fill up before the end of this field. Just pelting him with the freaking fertilizer now. Boy, he is taking his sweet time going around that corner, isn't he? Reason number 469. Why AI will not replace humans. He heard me. He's like, screw you, man. Totally gonna replace you. Also, what am I doing? This will finish off our nice little headlands. And then we just got the center of the field to do. Perfect. He just finished up his part. Even perfecter. I know that's not proper grammar. Oops. A little early on the spritz. There you go. Will 430 liters finish this field? I don't think so. I think we're going to have to go fill back up again. But who knows? We'll find out. But judging by the rate of decline of our tank, I'm going to say probably not. Just a little quick turn there to hurry up and finish that row. Spin her around. It's actually going to be close. But I think we are going to run out. Because I think we got 2 more passes to do. Alright. Yeah, we're going to run out. So let's go up. We'll get some fertilizer real quick, throw in here, and then we'll come back and knock out the last 2 rows. Now, I did see a couple of comments where people were talking about Big Red not being the right purchase. We needed a large tractor that was affordable at the time, and Big Red is a fully capable tractor. It may not be like the be-all, end-all tractor for us, but we knew that going in. But it is a great tractor. It's fantastic. It does everything we need it to do. The only thing that is struggling with is as we get to the next stage where we're going to end up needing to use bigger and bigger implements, we just need a tractor that has the horsepower. And so that's it. Other than that, this tractor is fantastic. It does everything I need to do. It's going to do all the busy work that we need to do. It's a good transport tractor as well. It does a lot. So, I mean, to put that into perspective, we bought this thing brand new. We already have almost 5.5 hours on this tractor alone. That's pretty crazy for no longer than we've owned this tractor. So that just goes to show we've been putting her to use. So I am not disappointed in this purchase at all. But yeah, we should be able to go from the top of the field here. We'll grab the first non-headlands pass row, and then I think there's one more row after that. We should be good. So we should be down this way somewheres. There it is. Now, there's a chance that we could have finished this field, but I just don't think it was going to happen. Because that only used, what, about 80 liters? Because I think it's like 31.95 or something this thing holds. It's kind of awkward. But this is the last row that we need. And I knew these were both shorter rows compared to everything else we did, but again, I just didn't want to have to run out in the middle of a row. And I think we had, what, about 187 liters left? I think we missed a spot there. Beautiful. Alright, let's get out of our cornfield. And we'll come back over, we'll pick up Big Green, or Little Green. Get them back over to the farm. Now, the interesting thing is, I didn't see anybody in the comments asking for the John Deere, so I'm proud of y'all. Tuna Man would not be happy with that, but hey, as much as John Deere is kind of a thing, like, I'm just not a big John Deere fan. I think they're not the prettiest tractors in the world. That green and yellow just doesn't do it for me. It just doesn't do it for me. I like red on my tractors, or black, or pink. I even like pink tractors. I don't like green and yellow. I'm not a Green Bay Packers fan, okay? Alright, so we got just under, okay, so 2,995. Let's fill this up one more time real quick, just to see what we ended up using. Alright, so we used 205 liters. So yeah, we would have run out just at the end of that. That's crazy. Like, literally right at the end of the last row, we would have run out. That's crazy. Almost pulled it off. Alright, we're going to park this right here. Put this down. Shut it down. And then we will head over and pick up Lil Green. Fold up the old weeder. Corn's looking pretty good, y'all. I know it's going to be a decent amount of corn coming off these fields. I'm excited. Alright, so get this back up here, and then it will be time to go forward into June. And you guys know what that means. Time to sell off our furniture and our soybeans and make some money. Now, I won't make you guys sit through watching me do the furniture onto the truck thing. You guys already know the deal there. But I'm hoping that once we sell everything off, we'll have enough money to buy that tree be gone, whatchamacallit. I know it's not technically called the tree be gone. I'm just going to keep calling it that because that's what I'm used to. And that's what it's basically trying to be. Because let's be honest, the tree be gone was fantastic. And I've been looking for something ever since. Alright, we can leave a little green there for the time being. I should wash them, but I ain't going to wash them for now. They'll be okay. They'll be okay to be dirty for today. Alright, let's travel up to our house. One of these days I'm going to sell. Why isn't visit the first option? Why is sell the first option? Like, please. I'm going to end up selling this cabin one day, and I'm going to be real sad about it. Alright, let's go forward. Let's go to 10 a.m. in June. How much money are we going to make out of our soybeans this year? I can't remember exactly what we made last year, but we should make about double. Should make about double of it. Alright, well, our cherry trees are no longer blooming, but they still nice and green. We're going to head down here and pick up Little Red, or Big Red, sorry. That's a Little Red. We want Big Red. Forgot I parked it on the left this time. Pick up Big Red. We'll grab our trailer. Now, one thing I've thought about doing is actually picking up a grain trailer for our semis. Just because, you know, these TARDIS trailers are nice and all. But I like the idea of hauling my grain and stuff. Especially as we get more of it. Like, I kind of like want to have a truck. You know, my semi. I got 2 semis. I want to use them. Oh, look at that. Well, it almost worked. We're good? Am I crazy? Usually that opening the gate is the bottom, right? Like, am I crazy? No, that actually opens the top. Well, heck! I didn't know that. Well, we don't need to open the top for the moment. I thought that was the bottom. Close the gate. I mean, it makes sense. The cable is literally going all the way to the top. I should have seen that coming. But, yeah, we should be able to start filling. And we have our soybeans. So, now that we're doing that, we should have no trouble getting all of our soybeans out of here. You see, we got 30,000 liters to do. They should be nice and dry because we did run the fan for them. Turn our fan off. At least it's not raining this time. Last time we dropped off soybeans after drying them all the time, we ended up in the rain. So thankfully it's a nice, clear, sunny day in summer. Can't argue with that. Also, probably ought to get some fuel before we leave the yard here. As a matter of fact, I think I'll go ahead and set this trailer down. While it's filling up, we'll fuel up. The fuel tank's on the other side. Alright, flip her around. There we go. How many times you do that? How many times you pull up to the pump at the gas station on the wrong side? I know that they got a little arrow in most cars that point to the side that the fuel filler's on, but I still forget sometimes. Maybe I'm crazy. Maybe I'm bad. But look at all that fuel, man. We just used a lot of fuel. But we've put a lot of hours on this thing. Yeah, we used 600 liters of fuel almost. Holy moly. Kind of wish that would be in gallons, but I can't change that, unfortunately. But here we go. We should be able to take this up and drop it off. We got 43,487 liters in the bank. So let me see what your comments are. How much you think we're getting out of this? 43,000 liters of soybeans. Like I said, for the future, I would like to get a grain trailer of some sort to haul our grains in. Just because I like the look of it when a semi is hauling it. I feel like it feels more normal. Maybe I'm just crazy. But we'll get our first look at our nice cornfields as they are growing up. They are getting nice and tall. They say knee-high by the 4th of July. Well, I think we've got that beat. Our corn's looking mighty fine out here. We're at shoulder high by June. I feel that's a pretty good start. That's going to be some good corn, man. Anybody else hear that knee high by the 4th of July? Or am I the only one that's heard that? That might be something from my neck of the woods. I don't know. I don't know if that's a local thing or if that's something that every farmer says about corn. But either way, I'm excited. Somebody still left Mac right in the way. Hi, Mac. Mac's like, get me a grain trailer and I'll haul it for you. Don't worry, Mac. I'll get you one. One of these days. Everything's just so expensive, man. Remember, we are on hard economy, by the way. We are still on hard economy. Everything we've done in this series has been on a hard economy from the very beginning. Started with just a truck and a chainsaw and worked our way up to what you see now. Been a heck of a grind, but we've got her done. Alright, let's see. It's time to sell off our soybeans. Woo! $52,000 in soybeans. Let's go, baby. We're starting to get some money from soy. Look at us. And then we immediately go to corn. Now, I think corn actually gives us a little bit less per harvest. We get more corn, but it's not worth as much as soybeans. So you end up with a little bit less overall, or roughly similar. We'll find out. But I know one thing. We're going to have a heck of a lot more corn next year than we had soybean this year. Each year we've gotten a little bit bigger, a little bit bigger. And now it'll be time to head back over to the farm. We're going to need to grab Mac, have him head over to the farm. We'll load up all the furniture on Mac, and then we'll take that in and sell it off. I apologize for sniffling, guys. I just sneezed too, but my nose is clogged up this morning. But this is a pretty good little transport tractor. Like I said, 33 miles an hour is a heck of a lot better than what we started with. Remember when we were running, well, technically we started with Bessie. Bessie was able to haul back and forth pretty quick because it'll do, what, 70 some odd miles an hour? It's kind of crazy. But we had some heck of adventures back in the day, man. I still haven't come up with a song. You guys have been asking for merch for Larry the Log and also a song for Little Red and Larry. I'm kind of thinking we could do something. I haven't got the lyrics together yet. But I will be trying to put together a song for Little Red and Larry. Some of their adventures that they go on. Just because I think it'd be fun. Alright, well let's cover this sucker over. We'll put it back in its little resting spot. And it'll be time to go pick up Mac, bring Mac over, load it up. I'm not going to make you guys sit through all that. So when I see you guys next time, we'll be loaded up and ready to take Mac in and sell off our furniture. But for now, Big Red can go park. We won't need Big Red for a little bit. We'll put Big Red over here this time. Alrighty, we are loaded up and ready to go. We got 36 pallets of furniture loaded onto our truck. Everything's looking nice and clean. So it's time to make some of that money. See how much money we end up with in the bank. Speaking of looking clean, if we get to a good spot, we'll have to take a look at Mac as he drives down the road. Because you know Mac's always looking clean. We'll do it as we go through the area down here by the cornfields. Look at that. Good looking truck Mac is. Yeah, 36,000 liters, so it's 36 pallets every single year. That is 3 pallets a month exactly. Not too shabby. Also, we got some wiggling going on with some of these pallets, so hopefully they'll stay in there a little bit longer. Oh God, don't you go anywhere, pallet. Pallet wants to take flight. Are you ready for you to take flight? Alright, so we should be able to sell all this stuff off at the old warehouse, which would be this little shed in the back that doesn't look like much. Let's go ahead and unstrap everything. And we want to kind of roll through at a perfect angle to catch everything all at once. $79,000. We got $346,000 in the bank. And I'm already feeling the itch to spend it. You guys already know. You guys already know. I think the first thing that we need to do is look at buying that piece of equipment that we were talking about to help get rid of trees. And then we can see what we got left over in order to maybe buy another plot of land. Let's get Mac back to the, wait a second, where am I going? Mac is my low loader. If we buy the piece of equipment, why should I drive it across the map when I can just use Mac? Use your brains, partner. Dude, y'all would have laughed if I'd have just drove this thing all the way to the farm and then gone, hey man, I wish I had my truck over here to pick up this. Y'all already know. Alright, I don't know how wide we'll need it. We're going to shut down Mac. Let's go ahead and save, because we did just make a whole bunch of money. We'll save her up. And then we are going to look into seeing what our new piece of equipment's going to cost. All right. Anything in the used? Nothing in the used market. I wish there's a mod that adds more stuff to the used market on console. I know there is on PC, but I do wish that the used market was a little bit more for console. All right. So if we want to get this, we got $50,000 for the actual gadget itself. If you're wondering what the difference between these two is, this one can like rip the soil as well. You can create a field with it, but it also doesn't like grab the trees, unfortunately. This one does. This one will actually hit the tree and do its thing. So, and like I said, I've tried the other two. This one's nice for wood chipping. If you want to just grind up trees and wood chip, it's fine for that. get you a little bit extra money for all the trees that you cut down. It just isn't quick enough for what I want to do. And then this one's just absurd. It's stupidly heavy. Like, it says that it is 5 tons, but it is so heavy. It just flips everything. Big Red can't handle it. Nothing can. And that's Big Red with a weight on the back. Can't handle it. So you'd need a monster tractor just to use this thing. So yeah, not ideal. But this is $50,000, and then this is $275,000. Good God. There's all our money. We ain't going to have nothing left. But I do want it. So let's go ahead and get in here and do what we got to do. Let's go for the big old 435 horsepower engine. I'm not going to change the window tint or anything, and I'm going to leave it this red and black because it kind of looks kind of cool. Actually, I'm lying. I'm going to change the color. I'm going to change it to a green of some sort because I think green might look good here. This is just green 3. What are we looking at? Oh, yeah. That looks good. All right. We got that. I'm going to go with the green and black. Tell me that don't look good. All right. So that's $277,000. Jesus. That is expensive, man. We can change the seat color too? Wait. I wouldn't want to have like green 3 as... Or, okay. We can't. We could go with black. But again, that will get hot in the summertime. We don't want that. So yeah, we'll just stick with the gray. That's fine. That's fine. All right, $277,000. Jesus. That's expensive, man. Why is everything so expensive? All right, and now we want the gadget. $50,000. And we want to turn it into the green 3. There we go. Green and black, baby. Tell me that don't look good. Buy it. You guys know the deal. We officially are the proud owners of a new gadget and a crawler. Look at this thing. Now, you guys are about to hear why I think that this is not ideal, okay? As we get inside, I mean, inside it looks pretty good. But the sounds of this thing, not ideal. So, listen. Right there sounds perfectly reasonable, right? Wait. I understand now. That's not the engine making that sound. I think that's the tracks that are squeaking. But you have to use this particular piece of equipment with this gadget. And I don't know why, but it is the case. You cannot hook the gadget up to any tractors that I've found. I've tried. But yeah, we should be able to get this stuff up on the trailer now. And get this back to the shop. Old Mac is like, what have you got me into? Don't worry about it, Mac. It's gonna be good. Actually, let's lower that. Whoops, wrong button. Now we can shut her down. Strap that. Hey, it actually goes over the stuff. Oh my God. For once, the straps actually go over the equipment. I mean, I don't know if you'd strap all the way over the top like this, but that's never happened before. For transporting equipment, it actually looks like it's supposed to. Kind of. Obviously, you'd use chains for something like this. You'd use a chain block that chains everything to the bed. But still, it's a step in the right direction. I like it. All right, well, I take everything back about this thing that I said. I know that squeaking's going to get annoying, but I thought that was the engine sounds making that, but it clearly isn't. I think that's actually the squeaking, like the squealing of the tracks. We'll get this thing down here, and then we're going to show this thing off, and I can show you guys what I mean by this thing just being better than everything else that I've seen. All right? This is much closer to a quote-unquote tree be gone than anything else that we've had up to this point. And right here seems to be the perfect place to go ahead and start because we've got all these trees right here that we can just yeet. And that's what we're going to try. Alright, now I haven't tried it in full-scale operation yet, okay? So maybe I'm wrong. But this is where we test things, right? Alright, let's turn that off. Let's jump in the old beast here. What do we call this thing? I think we gotta call it the beaver. If this works, it's officially gonna be called the beaver. I know they're calling it the gadget, but I'm sorry, this is a beaver. If this works, it is officially here, henceforth known as the beaver. Alright. Yay! Oh, yes. Ah! Finally! Every tree will belong to me. Now, it doesn't always get the stump at the bottom level, but it generally does. As long as you're not just like going full speed ahead. But this is a massive improvement over what we've had already. Oh yeah, baby. Thank you to the mod creator for finally getting one of these that actually works. You guys have no idea how long I've wanted like a new tree begun. This is the one to get, boys. This is the one. If you've been like me trying to wait for one of these to come in. Oh, yes. If you are like me and you've been waiting, this is the mod to get, baby. Like I said, it ain't perfect, but it's the closest thing to perfect we've had up to this point. Uh-oh. We can't get to the stump. There we go. Had to back up and give her a little more yeet on that one. Now again, the downside of this is you don't get to keep any of the wood chips or anything, which is fine with me. Like, I'm happy losing wood chips if it means getting rid of the trees this easy. Plus, it's kind of a cool little piece of equipment. Like I said, you may have to work a little bit more on the stumps. Now, there is one more big test that I would like to try. Oh my God, I've been waiting for this. I've been waiting for a girl like you. Oh, it's so good. All right, well, I'm gonna show this in real time for you guys, so you guys can see how long this has taken. This is what I've been looking for. But the other test, if you don't know, is to see if this thing can get rid of the stumps from the northern catalpa. If you guys don't know, the northern catalpa is the biggest tree in the game, and it leaves these gigantic stumps that just cannot be used, like you can't get rid of them. At least not by the normal like base game cutters and mulchers, like they just won't go away. So if this can get rid of those, we gonna be real happy. But I'm already real happy with this thing. But this is why I've been testing off screen. Y'all haven't seen it, but I have been testing off screen, trying to make sure that we can find one of these that works before I go recommending a mod for you guys. And just as a reminder, I'm on console. Okay, this is the Xbox version of the game. So you guys on console have access to this as well. This is the greatest tree remover at the moment. It's expensive, but man, it's worth it. Oh God. Well, that's the first tree that's not gotten yeeted. Did it get rid of it? flip around and we'll get that one. See what I mean? Oh my God, it's so good. You can see some of the stumps don't get ground up immediately, but usually if you don't go like full speed ahead, it'll grind pretty much every stump perfectly. Also, these tracks seem to not struggle going over stumps as much as our other tracks have. But I'm loving this thing already. Oh, we're gonna make a song about the beaver, boys. You already know. We're gonna have to make a song about the beaver.
I was clearing some land, swinging my axe, when I heard a mighty growl rolling down the tracks. Steel-clawed feet with a jaw of chrome, chewing through trees like they're styrofoam. That's Bucky the beaver, he don't ask why, just chews up the forest and waves goodbye. He don't need teeth, just torque and steam. He's a stump grinding, log chewing dream machine. He's got no tail, but he sure do slap. Turns a mighty pine into mulch and sap. One lever pull and the world gets scared. Even Bigfoot ran when Bucky got near. Yeah, Bucky the beaver, leave nothing behind. Turns a forest row into sawdust lines. He don't sip diesel, he drinks it mean. He's the baddest crawler you've ever seen. Now folks round town used to call me slow, till Bucky showed up with that turbo flow. Now I'm king of the hills and the timberline, with my grinding buddy ripping pine. That's Bucky the beaver, roar and bite. He'll turn your woods into fields overnight. So clear the land and let her scream. Bucky's on the job and he runs the dream. He ain't no rodent, he's a legend on tracks. Bucky the beaver clears the past, never looks back.
And just like that, we are done. Now, I don't like how they keep popping up like they're still there, but they're not. Those are all gone. There was actually one more tree that I wanted to get rid of, and that was this one right up here at the edge of the field. You guys know the one that I crashed the header into the other day? I do want to get rid of that one. Now, we will be using this to expand our area and stuff also. And like I said, I'm hoping that these trees that keep popping up and stuff, I hope that they go away and stay away once we exit and come back. Well, only time will tell. I mean, that used to be kind of a thing for the Tree Be Gone as well, if you ever used it in Farm Sim 22. Look at this, man. Oh, I like it. I like it a lot. But you can see all those trees are still showing up from a distance, but I'm hoping they go away and stay away. So that might be one downside, but I'm telling you, for just being able to do what we got to do, I'm liking it so far. We'll get this back down to Mac. We'll pick it up, and then we're going to go up and test it for stump removal over the area next to the sawmill where I've got all the stumps, and see if it can get rid of the northern catalpa stump. Because if it can do that, it's a no-brainer. This is the best. Because I haven't seen anything get rid of catalpa stumps yet. Now, that being said, I didn't try, like, the tree devourer on the northern catalpa stump, I don't think. Or maybe I did. I can't remember. But either way, should be able to put this back on the trailer, get it up to the farm, unload it, and see how she does at clearing that catalpa stump up there. We loaded this once. You know what? More than one way to skin a cat. Alright. I ain't gonna worry about that. I'll just strap it down. Alright, Mac, let's get this little thing back up to the house. Like I said, hopefully those trees will just simply cease to exist after we save and exit, come back. And if not, then maybe once we plow over and make it a field, maybe that'll get rid of them. But I do remember that being a thing prior as well on the Tree Be Gone of old. So maybe that's just a thing with Farm Sim. If you're deleting trees, sometimes they just don't quite delete correctly. But overall, I'm pretty happy. This is the stump in question right here. Can it get rid of northern catalpa stumps? If it can, this is the unlimited GOAT of Farm Sim 25. Let the battle commence. Oh my god, it's just GG's. It's GG's, boys! Pick this thing up now. And then, of course, even with these bigger stumps, you may have to slow down, because it may take a minute. Doesn't necessarily delete them right away. But you can see, like, no problem. Look at that. Makes easy work of it, man. Oh, I like the animation too. It lowers the thing automatically. Alright, well, I mean, guys. Also, animation for the door opening and closing as you get in and out. Guys, pick this thing up, man. If you guys are struggling as much as I have with this, with getting rid of trees, pick this thing up. Just as a reminder, let me save real quick, because I clicked the wrong button. But just as a reminder, it is the print-off M650, the gadget, is the implement that you want. And then if you press right stick in, you'll get to the Raptor 300 print-off Raptor pack is the mod that you want. So highly recommend that for sure. Get it, make it happen. It is an absolute beast. But for now, I think that is a great place to end. We spent all our money. We didn't manage to get any more land, so we're going to have to bide our time until next year. And then hopefully we'll be able to use bigger equipment going forward when we get a brand new big tractor. So, with that being said, let me know what you guys think down in the comments below. And if you like what I'm doing, punch the like button, leave a comment below, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And as always, I will see you in the next video.